Welcome back to the Grand Slam channel. Today is Sunday, January 12th. We got 3 NFL games today, plus a couple NBA games. One of these NFL games have already started, so we're going to focus on the afternoon and late evening game. I do have a couple props for NBA. So let's get started with NBA first. I did post my two-man on Twitter and Instagram. So if you follow me there, check out those two picks, which I'll share right now. And first one is Paulo Banchero making his second start from injury. I'm real high on him. He's the go-to guy for the Magic. So I'll be taking Paulo Banchero's points and rebounds, which is my top pick for him at 29.5. Fantasy score is also in play. His first half PRA and fantasy score is also in play, and overall his PRA. His points has been slightly bumped. It was at 23 last night, up to 24. I'm personally going to be taking his points and rebounds. You can cash that on points alone. First game back from injury, he had 34 points on 27 minutes. I expected minutes to go up to 28 to 30 minutes for the game. Going against the 76ers, Paulo Banchero should easily cash his points and rebounds. Fantasy score is also in play. That is my first leg. Brings me to my next pick. That is Tyrese Halliburton. Production has been up, back to its usual ways. 17.5 is in play. PRA, pretty much everything for Tyrese is in play. Assist is in play. Fantasy score, I'm personally going to be taking his points and assists at 26.5. You can also get it cheaper on Chalkboard, which is at 25.5. Here on Price Picks, you're getting the spot slightly bumped at 26.5. I still like it to go over. Past 10 games, he's gone over 9 of 10. I know the matchup is tough going against the Cavaliers, number one team in the East. But if Tyrese doesn't score, if he scores about 15 to 18 or 20 points, he should cash that on assists, just for the fact that if it does become a defensive game, he does dish out about 10, 11 assists a game. So as long as he scores about 18, 19 points, he should clear this line at 26.5. But as you can see, his points, he's been scoring well over 20 points a game in the past 10 games. He's only missed this once. So I will be taking Tyrese PA at 26.5, but you can take it cheaper on Chalkboard at 25.5. Next one is Carl Anthony Towns. Towns is always in play, especially with rebounds prop. I'm personally going to be taking his fantasy score. Going against Milwaukee should be a good game, should be competitive. I don't expect a blowout, so I expect Anthony Towns to play the full game. So taking his fantasy score at 48, he averages mid 50s. Brings me to my next pick, and that is a Jaden Hardy. He's been popular ever since Kyrie Irving and Luka been out. Jaden Hardy has stepped up in the guard position. So everything's in play. It's been slightly bumped. It was at 11.5 last night. His points is in play. PRA, pretty much everything. He is going to get the minutes. Personally, I'm going to be taking his fantasy score at 21. He does have block and steal potential, so it should help his fantasy score. And since Luka and Kyrie's been out, you can see he's been averaging well over 20. Fantasy score at 21 should be at mid 20s. I think this is going to cash pretty easily. So I'll be taking Jaden Hardy's fantasy score. Last leg will be the Aaron Fox. You can also go to Sabonis, but overall I'm going to go with the Aaron Fox going against Chicago. Plays very well against Chicago, usually becomes a shootout. Fox is always in the middle of that. So PRA points is in play. I'm going to be taking his fantasy score due to the fact that he's going to have an overall good game. Block and steal potential. It's usually him, Sabonis, usually a takeover. And I'll be taking the Aaron Fox for his fantasy score. Those are the top 5 for NBA. These two are my top 2. I did that on my day 1 of the Ladder Day Challenge. Let's head on over to NFL where we had 3 discounts. Obviously, one of these games have started, and we have Saquon Barkley's rushing yards discounted, and we have Mike Evans receiving yards discounted. Make sure you take them both. Make sure you max them out, especially the Mike Evans one. I think he's going to go well over 52.5. Saquon, same thing. I think he's going to have 100 yards. He should have a similar game due to Barkley, due to actually Henry, who had a great game for the Ravens. So I think Saquon should have a good game as well. You should also look out for Josh Jacobs. Should be a good game against Green Bay and Philadelphia. Should go down to the wire. First leg I'll be taking, obviously, you take the first 2 discounts. Obviously, you can't take them together, but I'm just listed them there just to the fact that we had 3 discounts. One of them, obviously, Bo Nix already started. Jaden Daniels, several options for him. I think he's going to have a good debut in the playoffs. One against Tampa Bay, he played him on week 1 in his debut. Had a decent game. They lost, but Jaden Daniels had a good debut. Passing yards has been playing. His rushing yards has been heavily bumped. It was at 48.5 just last night. It's all the way to 52.5. Overall, I think he's going to have a great game. So I think his passing yards is in play. His passing touchdowns is in play. Fantasy score is definitely in play. And his pass and rush yards combined, 294.5 is in play. I'm going to be taking his fantasy score at 22. He's going to have about 2 touchdown passes. He's going to run the ball 50 yards. He's probably going to throw close to 250 yards. So I'll be taking overall his game at 22. Especially if he scores a touchdown on the rushing attempt. Should help his fantasy score. And next one is Baker Mayfield. Like I mentioned, I think this game is going to be a shootout. Honestly, money line, I will be taking the Buccaneers, but I think it's going to be a shootout. It should be a high scoring game, which brings me to Baker Mayfield at 251.5 passing yards. I think he's going to go well over 300. His passion rushing yards is definitely in play at 272.2. He can get that at passing yards alone. The rushing yards, he usually gets about 30 to 40 a game. Even going against Washington, I think he's going to try to do out Jaden Daniels. So you can take his pass and rushing yards, or you can just take his passing yards alone. Fantasy score is also in play. I'm just worried about the picks. But he should cash his fantasy score as well if you want to take that. These are the options I like for Baker Mayfield. Obviously, Mike Evans and Barkley got the discounts. And that's pretty much it. I did have a lot of pops for the Denver Broncos and Buffalo Bills. I had Bo Nix. I had Marvin Mims. That game already has started. Josh Allen could be in play at actually this game already started. Jordan Love at 218.5. It's going to get bumped further, so that might be an option as well. I think it's just going to be more of a running game against Philly and Green Bay. That sums up my picks. You guys can mix and match with the NBA. Plenty of value right now, especially for NBA. Everybody's focusing on NFL, so the lines are not moving as much in NBA. Mix and match, pick your favorite. Please like, subscribe, and comment. Appreciate your support. See you guys in the next one.